So we get a rundown of the card for this evening. The British Invasion versus Team 3D in an IWGP tag title tables match.
James,
Couldn't believe it.
I sat there, I paused it, and I look at Deb and I said, you have no idea what is about to happen here. This is about to change a lot.
This is the match. The match that
Tony,
they...
I thought it wasn't
Wow.
at first. I was like, there's no way this is the match. Until I thought more about it, I said, this has to be the fucking match.
This is the match, yeah.
We'll talk about it when we get there.
Yes, of course.
Awesome Kong, Tara, and ODB will take on the Beautiful People in a 6-woman tag team match.
Of course.
We have a Don West special interview with Tara.
Don West is very heel at this point, by the way, everybody. Just keep that in mind.
We have Matt Morgan versus AJ Styles starting their best of 3 series to see who main events Hard Justice.
Against Stang.
And we have Mick Foley and Bobby Lashley versus Kurt Angle and Kevin Nash in a special challenge tag team.
War of Champions, they called it there, which I don't understand because the champions are only on one side.
I got a question for you guys. Is this good or bad, them laying out the entire show here? Because if you don't like this, you just tune out and the ratings go down. You know what I mean? Like
I don't know, because some shows do that, Tony, and I don't really know. When
I mean, indie wrestling is like that. You know, you get the whole card before you go to the show.
Sure.
But I'm wondering, like, is it bad because you don't get any surprises, really? I mean, there are, you know, during the matches and whatnot, but, like,
Sure.
you know the whole layout of the show. Maybe you don't want to stick around and watch it.
Maybe their idea, Tony, is that, like, if we tell everybody, hey, because I imagine most of these people are top guy, you know, the Dudleys and fucking AJ and Foley Lash. Like, I imagine
Yeah,
they're
that
like,
makes
hey,
sense.
we'll tell them all the stuff that's happening because these are all quote unquote our names, and they'll stay because they want to see their favorite TNA people.
Sure, okay, yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So the first match of the evening is Hernandez versus Samoa Joe with Taz.
He didn't do the pose on the ramp yet, though. He's not.
He's
main
just
event
returning,
Hernandez
right?
yet.
Or he's just like
Just
getting
came back
big
last week,
push,
Tony.
right? Yeah.
Well, they are
okay.
calling him Super Mex at this point.
That's true.
He's getting to the point. They also, I mean, he goes through about 3 different iterations of this singles push here where they're giving it a go. This is just the beginning. He actually ends up teaming with Matt Morgan, breaking up with Matt Morgan, teaming with Chavo, breaking up with Chavo. Becomes tag champs, I think, with everybody he ever teams with, I think.
I think that's right.
Yeah, I mean, he has a bunch of iterations where they keep breaking him up to do this singles run again. So this is the very, I don't want to say the very first one, but it's one of the early ones for sure.
It definitely feels early. I mean, Hernandez is cool as shit. He's a big fucking dude. He
Big
has cool
dude and
moves.
does all the best moves.
Yeah, I mean, what more could you ask for here? I mean, he's an even better hot tag, but, you know, I'll give it a go, right?
So Samoa Joe, on the other hand, is Nation of Violence Joe with the face paint and the pants, and he is with Taz. And I think the idea initially was like the Path of Rage Taz gimmick, but what if it was Path of Rage where Samoa Joe just lost?
Yeah, if Samoa Joe has only regressed as this goes on.
Yeah, what if he was so angry that he just lost a lot?
Yeah, that's good. That's what I would do with Samoa Joe.
Who's in the main event Mafia also, by the way, big faction.
Yeah, dude. Well, he's in the main event Mafia after giving Kurt Angle the title in a ladder match.
Right.
Hernandez shows off his strength early here with a suplex, but Joe takes over, of course. Hernandez hits a shoulder tackle into the ring and a comeback into a one-arm spine buster.
That's awesome.
I knew we were going quick after that one.
A little too
Hernandez,
much too quick, yeah.
Yeah, Hernandez then sets up for the border toss, but Joe back body drops him. I would have loved to see Hernandez border toss Samoa Joe, gotta be honest.
That would have been, I mean, like, that. There's a chance he could have ended Joe's career.
So Mike Tenay mentions Hernandez has the Feast or Fired world title briefcase, but Big Rob Terry has stolen the briefcase.
Which, you know, possession's 9 cents of the law, so that's Rob Terry's briefcase.
So Joe goes for a superplex, but Hernandez pushes him off, and Joe hits the ring about as hard as a human can hit a ring.
Well, this is 6 sides as well, so it doesn't help.
That shit was just brutal, man. Hernandez then hits a top rope splash for a 3.
Dude.
And Taz is befuddled.
Okay, so Taz was a little happier earlier because Joe hit an exploder and then he pointed at Taz, who is, of course, the suplexman. And Taz was happy about this. But, dude, okay, Hernandez goes up top. Did you think he was doing a splash?
I didn't know what he was doing. I honestly thought he was going to wait for Joe to get up and then hit like a flying clothesline or a flying shoulder tackle.
I thought it was flying shoulder tackle. He does a splash and like he jumps and like it's almost like how Jeff Hardy when he's first doing the swanton kind of arches himself, except Hernandez just keeps going straight and he hits a splash and I said, wow, that was kind of cool looking. And then he won with it and I said, wow, I hate that.
The arms out big splash was actually pretty dope. They have a good camera shot.
It was cool as shit, but I was like, hey, what the fuck?
Well, you have to understand, Joe's an up-and-comer here in TNA in 2009. A guy that would lose in under 3 in the openers. Probably what I would do.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Well, Hernandez had to win because we needed the Quiznos replay, buy one featured sub, and get a second for $1.
Dude, Quiznos. I haven't had that in a long. Is Quiznos still a thing? I haven't had that in a
Remember the commercial with the little dude?
With the lips?
Yeah, what was up with that dude?
Dude, that was fucked up. There was like a whole show with that kind of thing.
With the
what
little dude?
Called? I don't know if it was a show with him specifically, but I remember it was like a hand and they put eyes on it and it looked fucking weird and a belly button. God, what was that called?
Dude, the teeth were nuts on this
That was a Nickelodeon show, right? You're talking about
It was
Johnny?
either Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network or something.
We love the subs because they toast them, because they are good to us.
Is this everybody doing everybody?
Oh, here's a good one. They got a pepper bar. These are all quotes from
What?
the mascot of Quiznos. Check this out.
Oh, what the hell is that?
That's a big ass sub sandwich.
That's a big pepper shaker.
So JB interviews Hernandez ringside, and Hernandez says he will be the first Latino world champion.
Hey, Hernandez, you finally won something here. How's that going? I'm gonna be the world champion. Oh.
All right, well, best of luck with that.
And the segment ends with Don West yelling, "Taz is pissed." Taz wasn't that mad.
Dude, Joe looked pissed though. He was over there fuming. Joe does a good angry face. I like that. It was good.
He was probably shoot mad. That's why.
That was didn't he kick out at 3.1 also? I think.
I hope so.
Tony, I mean, Samoa Joe's gimmick in TNA for the next like 5 years is that he is mad that he lost.
That he is shoot mad.
He's mad that he's here.
How many times do they do this with Joe where he would lose and then he would do the "I'm pissed off" face and start like frothing at the mouth?
Yeah,
every
you're
time.
right.
He's like foaming at the mouth. I'm so pissed.
He's so mad. What's gonna happen when he's so mad? Well, he's gonna lose again.
He's on a 60-match losing streak. Oh fuck!
He's losing.
How'd I lose?
He's losing Bound for Glory matches on purpose.
He's got infinite negative points.
He's fucking old bracket up on purpose.
Oh, dude, come on! I lost again, man.
That's awesome.
How could I?
So we go to a pre-tape TNA wrestling propaganda video. What does a revolution look like? Why
Where's
can
our
they
ratings?
see it? And you can't. I mean, the way that they set this up is nuts. I like it.
I did too. And I mean, Barry Scott's a great voiceover.
Dude,
right?
I love the TNA propaganda videos. They're so good. Like, they always make me feel like I'm part of the TNA team if I watch the company. You know what I mean? Like, man, I am part
They had
of
a
it.
mission statement.
This is a revolution. If I watch a show, they're gonna do good, and then they're gonna be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Why can they recognize the old ways aren't enough? We realize we aren't doing enough. Huh? Hey, wait. Are we like pro? This is a revolution. Oh yeah, I'm back.
The ratings are gonna be good now. We swear.
We're pushing Eric Young.
Just wait. I promise you, it gets better.
So we go backstage. Matt Morgan is here with Lauren to talk about his upcoming match with AJ Styles.
Yeah, Matt Morgan, he's puts himself over. He says he's, just as good as advertised, maybe better. And none of these opportunities have been handed to him. He's scraped and crawled and scratched for them. And tonight he gets to secure his spot in the main event Mafia, and he's made it clear that he wants to be in the main event Mafia. And if he beats AJ Styles, then he's in the main event of Hard Justice. And Matt Morgan is a pay-per-view moment just waiting to happen. Well, tonight, it's gonna happen. Matt Morgan doesn't know that this is not a pay-per-view and he's not in the main
That's what I thought. How is he gonna have a pay-per-view moment tonight? We're on TV.
Well,
buddy.
Tony, they taped probably 6 shows here, so he's probably lost in the timeline here.
This will
He thought
be on
was
the pay-per-view too. Yeah.
him and AJ made him in our justice. I win.
Dude, it's kind of crazy. You got a guy who just won and said he's gonna be world champion. You have Matt Morgan who says he's gonna be the world champion after. It's kind of crazy.
It's nice that they care about the title here, at least this part of the show, right?
Yeah, those equal ratings. I don't know if you knew that, guys.
So backstage, JB is here with AJ Styles, and also please text the hotline to find out all your favorite news and info about TNA.
I like how he told AJ to hang out. Like, yeah, I got to interview with AJ, but hold on, I got to do this plug first. Just wait there for a second, pal.
I gotta make my fucking money. Can you fucking wait, buddy?
You can follow me on Twitter too, I think he says also. No, follow TNA on Twitter.
Yeah, text TNA free of charge, and I will send this information out directly out to your mobile phones. JB is texting you this shit here. Me and Gene should have stepped up, man. He could have went into the modern times, but JB was beating him to the punch.
Dude, that would been awesome.
AJ Styles does come in here, and he says he's re-entering the world title picture against Matt Morgan, but he's had a rough couple of weeks because he too has been a loser, much like Samoa Joe, James. These guys, AJ and Joe?
AJ and Joe are losing. They're losing a bunch, and the ratings are down. I mean, does anyone want to take a look at that, maybe?
AJ, he lost to Kevin Nash. He lost the Legends title to Kevin Nash, I think. And then Eric Young turned on him in a match, and he says, I never saw it coming. Maybe the best thing about AJ Styles is the worst, and that's that I see good in everyone. Eric, you're one of the TNA originals, and now you're different. You're no different than the Main Event Mafia. Our paths will cross again, and when they do, I'll make sure you wish you were never born. That's fucking nuts. That's a crazy thing to say to somebody. You would rather be dead than see me again. Wow. You lost to Kevin Nash. Who gives a fuck? I'm not scared of you.
Yeah, you're right.
And then AJ, he talks some shit about Matt Morgan being bigger and stronger and more intimidating, but he's just like the guys he grew up with. They're bullies. And I was the guy that take on those bullies. And Matt Morgan, you're looking for a fight, you have found it. But we're not at the main event. It's not a pay-per-view, Matt Morgan. It's not a main event. I don't know what you were talking about earlier.
He's not going to be able to deliver.
No, he's not.
So backstage, JB is here with Mick Foley and Bobby Lashley. And JB asked Lashley why he decided to not join the Main Event Mafia.
JB says, Bobby Lashley, welcome to TNA Wrestling. I have to ask you. You debuted at Lockdown several months back. And we didn't see you for a few months. And then you made a shocking appearance last week. Why? I don't even know. I wish they would have, I'm glad he said that, but that's so fucking funny they laid it out like that. Hey, you debuted and we didn't see you for months. What's going on, buddy? But he said he was preparing for a fight with Bob Sapp. And JB says, jeez.
Did you win?
I think he did, right? He's undefeated.
Yeah, he won.
He said he won here.
That's good for him. Well, Bobby says, I was backstage last week and I was watching and I saw a man fighting for the company. Kind of changed my mind, and Mick Foley showed me something I'd never seen before. A man that gets his ass thrown off the stage every week. I mean, how is this guy still fucking doing this? What the fuck?
I've never seen this shit before. I want to be on his side. I don't give a shit.
This guy's getting his ass kicked. He needs some fucking friends.
Mick Foley shows up to work every day on time, and then 10 minutes before they go live, they say, we're throwing you off the stage, just so you know. He said, oh, I thought I was doing a promo. Oh, you are.
Yeah, off the stage, buddy. See ya.
All right, I guess I'll write a book about this. Whatever.
So we got you down here tonight, Mick, for a 2-on-1 handicap beatdown.
I thought I was doing a backstage segment.
I thought it was like the authority figure, like I'm like not active on the roster.
I can't fire anybody. Why is everyone kicking my ass?
Next week, we're going to invent a new Hell in a Cell variation, and it's going to be a 6-on-1 match against you. Bitch.
And guess who's going off of it? Bitch.
What was the last part for? Just get out there.
That's just a feeling. That's what I gotta say. So Foley says what Bobby didn't know at the time when he made his decision to help him and not the Main Event Mafia is that he wasn't just fighting for TNA. He was fighting for his own pride. He wasn't happy with himself after
he was fighting for pride?
Dude, I mean...
That'd be awesome.
Mick Foley buying pride would have been sick. That would have been sick as
Mick
fuck.
Foley and Bobby Lashley tag team pride fight.
Holy shit, against Bob Sapp and goddamn Great Khali. That's the first name I could think of.
You know what, man? That works for me. And you know what also I think is that Bobby Lashley should not show up, and then it's Mick Foley versus Bob Sapp and the Great Khali.
Sorry, Foley.
He goes to Pride, and that's what they tell him 10 minutes before the fight. So this is what we got down.
Bobby's not here.
Why does this keep happening?
Oh, man.
You're getting your ass thrown off the stage too. What the hell?
This is a shoot
Pride.
fight. Why am I going up the stage?
Just want to see what happens.
Dude, Great Khali and shoot fighting sounds like a fucking dream to me, by the way. That'd be awesome.
Dude, one fucking chop?
down.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Wow, that'd be awesome.
Dude, he squeezed head like grape submission?
I mean, shit. What if he betrayed Bob Sapp, and that's how the match went? They beat Mick Foley, and he betrays Bob Sapp and squishes his head like a grape.
Whoa, that's awesome.
And then he walks back up the stage, and he takes Mick Foley and he throws him off of it. Hey!
Sorry, they just had told me to do this.
It was on the sheet.
Oh, man. Foley never fights back. It's just, oh, man, all right. Because I'll do that.
Because he's a company guy, you know. He just wants to do whatever the company.
He is a company guy. Foley says that they did a lot of thinking and they realized it's everybody's best interest if one of us gets one of those titles back from the Main Event Mafia. And that's what we're going to attempt to do tonight. And then hopefully I won't get my ass whooped in a handicap situation.
Don't hope too much.
Did you pray today?